I want to say a great big, heartfelt, love-filled Happy Mother's Day to each and every one of the moms out there. You are all so incredibly special and beautiful and wonderful in your own way. And I hope today that your families are celebrating you the way that you deserve and that you feel that appreciation and that love today because you are worth it all. I wanted to take a minute to just share with you about my mothering journey. For those of you that don't know me, I have a daughter. Her name is Lucy Quinn. She turns 9 years old on Tuesday, actually. So we have a birthday coming this week. And she is the light of my life. She is my world. Everything good about me is her. And I can't say enough about her. Hi, sweetie. I love you. For those of you who also don't know my story, I'm a single mom. And I have had an interesting journey into motherhood. It was not expected. It was not planned. It was not something that I had anticipated happening the way that it did. And that was wrought with a lot of heartache. But fast forward 10 years later, here we are. I have the most beautiful daughter, and I'm so incredibly grateful for her. Throughout the past 10 years, I've learned a lot. I've grown a lot. I've cried through a lot. I've experienced a lot. There have been struggles, heartache, pain, but there's also been so much joy and laughter and love and happiness. And those are the things that I cling to, and that's what I hold on to dearest. I know for each one of us, this journey of mothering, it's the same journey in the sense that we're moms, but our journeys all look so different, and they're all difficult and beautiful for different ways and for different reasons. And don't negate the fact that your journey is less than or more than someone else's. Your journey is so incredibly special, and your story is so beautiful as is. And regardless of life circumstances, today you're celebrated. Today you're honored. And today you're loved. So don't forget that. I just wanted to take a moment to not necessarily discuss my journey of motherhood, but to kind of express some perspective and give some advice, I guess, for lack of a better word, on being a mom in these times. First off, I want you to remember that you are stronger than you know. If you attended any form of birthing class or watched any form of birthing video, dads, you probably passed out during these. I remember in one of my classes, one of the fathers actually did pass out. It was quite entertaining. But it's, if you took any time, and I'm sure you have at least on one of your children, if you have multiples, you watched those videos or read the stories in awe, probably also horrified, but in awe of what the female body can do. It's incredible. It's miraculous. It's totally amazing what happens as a woman gives life to a baby inside of her and then gives birth and brings that child into the world. It's and honestly, it's not something that I think about often, because that would be weird. But it's something that when I have those moments and think, what is my body capable of? What strength do I possess? That it's in my moments of weakness. It's in my moments, my low points, and the moments where I feel that maybe I dropped the ball, or I just don't know how I'm going to keep going, or things are tough, or whatever the reason might be, that I remember my strength, that I remember what I'm capable of, that what I am able to do, and I don't question it anymore. I just breathe it all in and take it all in and remember to keep on going, because I'm stronger than I probably believe I am every other day. So don't forget that. You're stronger than you know. Secondly, self-care is not a recommendation. It's a necessity. I understand that self-care is probably a newer concept in the last few years, as previous generations didn't practice this per se, but in the busyness and chaos that is life, and well, outside of this pandemic, it's crazy, and not taking the time for yourself to recharge and to replenish and to refill your cup so that you can give back to your family in the way that you want to it's critical that you do that. So however self-care looks for you, whether it's enjoying a nice hot bath, or it's stealing away into a quiet corner where you can read a book, or it's going for a drive, or it's going to get a coffee, whatever it is, make sure you carve out that space every day for you, to enjoy that time alone without the pressures and the demands of everyone in your family. Self-care is a necessity. Remember that one. Also, I want you to remember, love yourself as fiercely as you love those babies. Now, whether or not your babies are indeed babies or they've grown, and even if they've become adults, it is second nature for us to give to them first, to always give more and in great abundance to our families. And it's a beautiful thing, and it's an incredible blessing. And it's not something to be taken lightly, because there are so many people in this world who wish they had that opportunity. So don't take it lightly. However, it is so important that as much as you love them, you love yourself, and you see your beauty and you see your goodness. Because when the world tries to tear you down, and when you look at the magazines and you look at social media and you look at the TV and you feel like you are less than or you are not enough, remember that you are, because you are incredible. You are those babies' mamas. You are that person's wife. You are that person's daughter. You are somebody special, and never forget your worth, and never think that you are less than what you are, because you deserve love. And it starts with you first. So make sure you love yourself just as much as you love those babies. Fourthly, you are more than a mother. Don't forget that. I know if anyone were to ask you to give like a 10-second speech on yourself, the first thing that probably would come out of your mouth is the fact that, well, I'm a mom to so-and-so, and it goes without saying that the gift of motherhood is the most incredible gift. It really is. But it's not all that you are. You have careers, you have passions, you have spouses, you have other family, you have friends, you have hopes and dreams and loves for your life that, yes, include your family, but perhaps there are things that you love just for you. Don't lose sight of those things. Don't lose sight of those hobbies that you did before you had kids. Find those passions and those loves that will give you an extra spark and ignite something extra special in your life, so that you can continue to be the best version of yourself for, yes, your family, for you, and for all of those who are a part of your circle. And last but not least, remember that tomorrow is a new day. So be gracious with yourself. I know every parent, and I'm sure more so moms, because we're definitely overthinkers, you lay your head on your pillow at night and you go through the day. From the moment you got out of bed, where did it all go wrong? How did it all go completely off the rails so quickly? Right? I know I'm not the only one. I've been in bed and thought about things that happened throughout the day, and how I lost my patience over something so silly, or I dropped the ball on something that I was supposed to do. And I've gotten out of bed and gone in and kissed Lucy Quinn's head 20 times while she's been sleeping, and just said, "Mommy's so sorry," even though she had no idea that I was doing that. But just because I felt so bad and I felt such guilt that something wasn't right or that I didn't show up the way that I had wanted to. Don't do that. We're going to, but don't do that. Yes, learn from your mistakes and keep growing forward. But remember, tomorrow you got a new day. You got new chances. You can do things right the next day. And honestly, if you drop the ball again the next day, it's okay, because tomorrow is a new day. And first and foremost, you need to be gracious with yourself, because there is no perfect parent. There is nobody doing this right all of the time. There is nobody that has it together all of the time. There's nobody that's conquering the world and excelling in this role all of the time. It's just not possible. We're human. We're going to fail. We're going to do things wrong sometimes. So just know that that's going to happen and say, yeah, that wasn't the best. I could have done a lot better. It could have been worse, but I could have done a lot better. And just allow yourself to move past that, not with guilt and not with doubting yourself, but in renewed strength and renewed understanding of what you're able to do and how you're going to show up better, and you're going to keep being the great parent that you are, and be the mom that those kids need you to be, because you are queen, and all hail queen, and they love you because you are theirs. And perfection, imperfections, and flaws, and all of it, they take it all any day of the week, all day long. So don't forget that. Those are my 5 little tidbits for you today. And I hope that you find some solace or you find some encouragement in those 5 things. It's a wonderful thing to be able to come together as moms, as dads, as parents, as families, and uplift each other and give each other virtual hugs and love and send prayers and thoughts and good vibes and all that stuff to each other in the midst of what's the scariest time any of us have ever seen. And I commend you all. I am in awe of you. I am grateful for each of you and for your stories and for your imperfections and your flaws and the ways that you don't always do it right and the ways that you do. I think it's an amazing thing, and it's beautiful that you guys are living your lives the best way that you can, and on the days that you can, and on the days that you can't, it's okay, because you're getting up and you're doing it again the next day, and you haven't thrown in the towel, and you're continuing to just love on and give and cook and bake and craft and all that great stuff in the middle of all this, to a point of exhaustion. I know, and there's no doubt patients are often lacking and it's tough, but pat yourself on the shoulder, because good on ya. You guys you're rolling it, and I commend you. And I want you to know that it truly blesses my heart and has given me so much joy and laughter and love in the midst of these weird times. So thank you to each one of you. I hope today your loved ones and your double bubbles celebrate you guys, you mamas, you fierce women, and just feel the love and feel the appreciation and the gratitude today, because you deserve it. You absolutely deserve it. I am sending you a great big mama bear hug, and thanking you for your contribution to my life, because I'm a better mom because of you. Thank you guys. Happy Mother's Day.